Good morning. Good morning or afternoon in some cases. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here and welcome to Teri Lee from Pure Visionary. I just adore her and
Thank
she
you,
is
dear.
here refreshed from a short vacation in the
Oh,
mountains.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not quite the weather we expected, but I benefited highly from all the time under the covers with a nice cup of tea, reading books.
Yeah, there's something about it actually. I
Uh,
like sweater weather when I'm camping. I
yeah,
really, really do. I love to because you go out and have a bonfire and it's a
oh,
usable bonfire, if you know what I
yes,
mean. You're getting
yeah,
warm by it. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And it was by a lake, you say, and so
Oh, yeah.
that's beautiful too. Did your dogs swim in the lake? Do they
Oh,
swim in the?
yes.
Oh, they
It was,
do.
I have a great story about that.
Okay.
My dog's father's name is Jax, our first golden, and then he mated with Diamond, and so we had to name our pup Ace because it made perfect sense, right? Um,
Yeah.
and Ace, because he came in the wintertime, he didn't have a lot of experience with water. And when the early spring hit, we had a really rainy spring. And when the early spring hit, he kind of was around a pond and he saw my dog Jack swimming and
Hmm.
he was a little shy. And my husband said, maybe he's going to be one of those dogs that just doesn't like the water. I'm
Doesn't
like,
want to go in the
I don't
water.
believe that. So
Uh-huh.
we go to this beautiful camping trip and this beautiful lake. And I'm like, okay. So I'm on the edge of the lake and I'm like, I'm going to throw this stick and he'll see Jack swim out into the lake and bring it back and he'll start to get it.
Hmm.
I threw the stick. He jumped in immediately like this. Pum, 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 pum. And we're like, oh
Oh.
my God, he's swimming. He went out, got the stick and retrieved it. And
That
now
was the end of that. You
he's
said,
hooked.
"Throw it again, throw it
It,
again,
yeah.
throw it."
Wow. Talk
Oh,
about genes, man. It was just,
yeah.
he didn't even think. In fact, I saw that moment when he was out there going, what am I doing? He was so driven by the stick.
Yes, absolutely. So the instinct obviously was what kicked in. It was
Yeah.
like, it doesn't take
Yeah.
much for them to recognize what it is that they're supposed to be doing. Yeah,
Very
yeah.
much like what happens to us in our lives, right?
That's right. That's right. Yes, absolutely. So I was on a show last night and I was trying to, on Kelly's channel, and I was trying to post in the chat and it said, would you like to post in the chat? And I said, yes. And so
Uh-huh.
it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. And
Oh,
I thought, oh, well. So today I'm seeing it worked, but look, it worked with my name, my real name, not my heart and soul connected name. So I
oh,
don't know what to do now. I
gotta
think it's
change
funny.
that.
I know. I know. Isn't it funny how because that's never happened before. So anyway, I'm here and I'm thanking you all for being here. And we're going to say
Yes.
hello to some of you. Uh, we are on my channel, simulcasting on Terry's channel.
Yes.
And so if you don't see all the people, that's why. But that doesn't mean we can't see you because we can. So
Mm-hmm.
Jean is work lurking. I love it, Jean. I love the
Looking.
eyeballs. Thank you, dear. Viviani, it's good to see you. And Akila and
Yes.
Rossi and
Hi.
Teresa, VL, Rossi's Den, Karen Johnson, Nancy Vasquez. Who else? Emmy J, Deanne DFL Rocks,
All right.
Juanita. Wow. Welcome. Good morning. Martha Bean. That's a cute name. I like that. Oh,
Yes.
yes. Starhawk, Nancy Riker. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. I love your emojis and I love all your energy. And so Terry and I just haven't been here for such a long time. So we didn't. She had been reading. I'm not going to ask you to go into all the material, but hi Lorraine. But I'd like to know you were pulled in to read some books while you were away in your little
Hmm.
vacation,
Hmm.
and then Spirit told you, okay, now go out and do something with it. Isn't that
Stop
right?
seeking.
Stop seeking. Stop seeking.
Stop seeking. Time to
Yes.
get to it and
Time to get
create.
to it. So
Yeah.
you read 4 or 5 different books. What
Yeah,
one was the one that really you would recommend to others to check out and why?
I'm a
Yeah.
Libra, so
Uh-oh,
I
you know I
can't.
am too.
I'm
Yep.
voracious,
Yeah.
and so, wow, the one, huh?
It
I
doesn't
have
matter.
let me do this briefly. So what
Sure.
happened was we went for 10 days in the mountain and it rained every single day, big
Oh, I didn't know.
thunderstorms. And
Oh
so we'd
no.
get a short walk with the dogs or play, and then we'd come back in and I thought, well, this is it. This is it. What have I got? And so I had some books to read and they all fit together so perfectly. I was like,
Wow.
this is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
The Kabbalion, we talked about that briefly, you and I,
Yes.
which is the Hermetic philosophy, which I find fascinating because I love history. This is
Me
ancient.
too. Yep.
And
Yep.
I love the idea of how truths came out and then were forced underground through history. Truths would come out and forced underground. All of
Yes.
this stuff that we are being massively downloaded now has come through mankind through history, right?
Right.
So I had that book and I loved it. And
Mhm.
then I, interestingly enough, always thought, oh, I want to read Becoming Supernatural a long time ago. And I never
Uh-huh.
got to it. And so I had to get something on Audible. And I shared that with my husband. And I'm looking through what we have in the library to listen to. And he has it. I'm like, you
Oh,
got Joe Dispenza on our library? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. Dr. Joe Dispenza. Whoa, that book is amazing. That is
uh-huh.
really amazing. And then I ended up with a very, I love David Pond. He's an astrologer
Oh,
and he is a writer and he's very good and very clear. And he has this book called Llewellyn's Little Book of Meditation and it explains things so clearly. And it's beautiful and it's not intimidating. It's just explains how easy you can just slip into
okay.
this habit that will change your life. So those were the three that I was going back and forth from, and that's the other thing I do. I don't. I
Yep.
hardly ever read one book chapter. I'll go jump over here, and
That's what I do. I do the same darn thing.
isn't that a
I'm doing
Libra
some
thing? I guess.
Yeah, it might be. I'm doing the Aristotle book, and I'm doing
Oh,
one on MDMA, which is the where people are finding that they can get rid of all their anger if they go in and take some of this medication.
mm-hmm.
So that's amazing. And but I have to tell you, since you say you're a history buff, and
Well, not a
obviously
buff.
you just read the Kabbalion,
Yeah.
is if you have Netflix, check out the unknown pyramid. It's about a pyramid that was found under the ground,
Under
and
the
it's
ground.
yeah, and it was from a pharaoh 45,000 years, not 45,000, 4,500 years ago. And it
Okay.
was before they did all this digging and they found it and so on and so forth. But what they did find is that they couldn't mummify as well then as they have after that, which it became a
Yeah.
quick process after that. But the things that they found under there, they found statues that were still intact. And
Wow.
I don't know, if you're interested in something like that, I did a
Totally.
little bit of a video on it, but I love all
Totally.
that kind of stuff.
Oh
So
yeah. Me
yeah,
too.
yep, it's very good. So hi, Craig Dixon, nice to see
Hey,
you.
Craig.
Aaron Johnson, yeah. So Terry and I decided we were going to do our actor studio questions today because they're so much fun, and
That's
so
a
we're
great idea,
inside
Ellie.
the psychics. Thanks, inside the psychics studio. And maybe James Lipton will come through for you. He did
I
for
hope
Kevin, the
so.
Healing Medium. Yeah,
I
if
used
he
to
does,
watch the Actor Studio quite a bit.
uh-huh.
Loved
Yeah,
it. And I loved
yeah,
his mannerism of just teasing things out of people
he
in
did.
such a
Yeah,
sneaky way. He
I
was
know.
good. He was a
He
mess.
really was good. He was.
Yeah.
And he was like, when he came through with Kevin, he's like, wow, this is great. Do it with everybody, please. It was like my legacy lives on, So it was
Awesome.
a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Hi, Prince Charming's mom. It's good to see you. Well, thank
Oh,
you for coming.
yes.
So, Terry, what would be your favorite word?
Oh, okay. My favorite word. Okay, I had another word in mind, but this is the one. Unstoppable. Unstoppable. I like
Wow.
that.
Yes.
I like thinking about, uh, that passion and that drive that people get, that we see examples of all around us. And
Yes.
and I love to encourage that in myself. Although
Good.
sometimes it gets me in trouble.
It's funny. The older I get, the less worry I have about getting
Yeah.
in trouble. Or as John Lewis used to say, "Let's get in some good trouble." Good
Yes.
trouble is always
Good
good.
trouble. I love that.
Good trouble.
I love
All
that.
right. How about your least favorite word?
Hmm. Can I have 2 words?
You can have whatever you want, Terry.
No way.
There's
When
no rules. Oh,
someone
no
says,
way. Okay.
"No
Yeah.
way," that's no way. That's not no way in astonishment. It's like,
Right.
no way.
It's like you can't, you won't, you shouldn't, you couldn't, you wouldn't. No way you'll ever do that. Yeah, yeah, that I get it. Yeah. I don't
Yep.
blame you. Yeah.
How would they know?
How would they know? Yeah.
Anything is possible.
I was saying yesterday to Val there when I was doing it that those who say they're going to do something, no, those who say you can't do something should get out of the way of the person doing it.
Yes. Oh, I've that's perfect.
Yeah, and I do love that because you've always got people who are the naysayers,
Mhm.
and I don't know if it's jealousy or if it's that they just can't be open-minded enough to realize there's another way to do something.
I think
Yeah.
it's fear. A long time ago, I figured it
Yes,
out
true.
that some people need, well, I didn't figure it out. I'm sure the guides gave it to me. But some people need black and white. They need it to
Oh
be
God, yes.
concrete. They don't want any gray. They don't
Yep.
want to have to think or seek or dig for information. They don't want to have to search, They
Right.
want someone to tell them this
What to
is
do.
black and this is white. And that makes them comfortable. And lots of people go through life that way. And
Hmm. I remember reading that actually when I was in grad school that one of
yeah.
the French philosophers said most people like to be told what to do. And when I read it, I said, that's BS. I don't want to be told what to do. And then I realized most people
Yes.
like to be told what to do. Not
Yeah.
all people,
Yes.
because and so there's something about it. And I think the reason is if I tell you what to do and it doesn't work out, then you can blame me.
Yes.
and
Of
and so
course.
I can alleviate. You told me to do it. You
Mhm.
told me that I need. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes. So
Wow.
we have to give
That's
that
true.
caveat in our readings. We give that caveat.
Yeah.
Look,
And it's not to put anybody down. I think some souls are young. I think, some souls they're still in the process of expansion and growing and so many of us in the community out there
uh-huh.
um, understand that and bolster each other's curiosity and seeking and excitement about new things. And that's why
Yeah.
we love sharing with each other, you know?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I don't
Absolutely.
ever worry about I've never had anybody come back at me and criticize me. Everybody's so accepting. Love all of
I
you out
think we
there.
are very lucky that we sort of have a niche where that
Yeah.
is what we see. Yeah.
Mm.
We are very fortunate because there are a lot of cruel people on some other forums out there. So
Oh
yeah.
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 Well,
Bless everybody that's here.
yep.
Yep.
Bless them all.
Bless them all. So, what excites you, Terry?
Cool.
What
We just
excites
talked about it. What excites me, the download of information that we are
you?
getting today from
Mhm.
all directions. And I hear everybody, and there's this beautiful vein of truth in all of it. That excites me. It's like, and I've always said, it's like exploring outer space, just
True.
learning about souls, learning about meditation, um, self-healing, that kind of stuff. And when it comes to you, you're like, oh, I guess that's the word. Maybe it's discovery and revelation, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was putzing around last night. I don't know why. I go down some rabbit holes sometimes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I found
That is,
this guy that was proselytizing about visions he saw, what
oh,
visions he saw. And so I
okay.
thought, oh, I'm going to listen to this. So, but it was visions and it was dedicated to the end times and how everything's
Oh,
going to end. It
yeah.
was more of that. And I'm watching it and I'm going, I can't dismiss the fact that the guy might have visions because it's very
Yeah.
possible he has,
Mhm.
but he had like 175 million subscribers, and it was on here on YouTube. It was like some crazy amount. And I'm thinking to myself that, all those folk are really under the impression that, we got to really be scared. We got to really be
Yeah.
fearful.
Yeah.
And that kind of bothered me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. It's fear is so destructive, and it can be disguised as, well, I'm going to give you this information, but we all have to use discernment.
We do.
And
Yeah.
I don't have any control over what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard some things that I go, and there's things that we can see. I mean, we're going through
Yes.
so many earth changes right now. It's
True.
the
Yeah.
world we grew up in, Allie and I, doesn't exist anymore. Does
No,
not
it doesn't.
exist. And there's so many exciting things about it, though.
There are.
And yet, at the same time, there's always those out there that when people clamor to be told the future, I just like to say, create it. You
Mhm.
create it. Don't just take somebody else's word for it. Meditate. Send peace out into the world. Send your
Yeah.
vision of a perfect planet. And
Yeah.
that's my answer to that. And that gives me
That's
peace.
beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Rally around the positive side without, we're not talking about toxic positivity at all. Like,
No.
oh, you don't have to worry about everything's wonderful. It isn't,
Yeah.
it isn't like
I
that.
don't, as Esther Hicks used to say, don't put a sticker on your gas gauge.
That's great. I love that.
A
I've
smiley
seen her
sticker. That was
several
it.
times. Yeah, I've seen her several times, and she is a riot. She
Oh,
really is.
I
Yeah.
just adore her. She's
Uh-huh.
given me so much. Yeah.
She has. Yeah. So this may be what we already talked about, but what turns you off? What kind of things turn you off,
Hmm.
if anything?
Anger.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
I'm an empath and I'm a Libra. So
Yeah.
I'm really sensitive. And if I'm around, groups of people or anybody who's angry, I just got to get out of there.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
And I don't like confrontation anyway. I never
I don't
liked
either.
it. No. Well, do you know what your moon is? Have you any idea what your moon is?
I'm like
Moon sign?
Scorpio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a little bit of fight there. With me, I'm a mush. I'm a Pisces moon. It's like, oh
Oh,
my God. It's just, it hurts. It hurts, Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Wow.
you'll push over, darling.
Leave me alone. I don't like it. All right. So here's one that's kind of fun. What sound or noise do you really love?
Love. Oh, okay. Ooh. Sound noise. I love music. To think of a specific sound. I'm going to say bird calls because I think that's the thing that makes me happiest.
Uh-huh.
Like when we're out and about, I have bird feeders all through my
Yeah.
yard, and when we're out and about in the mountains, and my husband always gets a good chuckle at me because I always talk back. I have my crow sound, and I talk back to him, but the sound of birds, to me, it's like, I don't know. How do I describe it? If I'll hear a little tune that a new bird will do in my backyard, and I'll be like, thank you for that. That was
I
just beautiful.
know. I know.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It's the song of energy and life and creation and
Beautiful. It's
nature.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And if you live in the city, you don't hear that. You
Yeah.
don't hear any of that.
No.
And so with me, I love to hear the birds. I have a lot of crows around here, but I love the flapping of the hummingbird wings.
Oh, yes.
Do you have them as well in
Oh,
Idaho?
yes, we do.
Oh, okay.
Big honeysuckle bush. So
Uh-huh. Yeah.
love
I
it.
got the nectar out there, and it's right beside my hot tub. So I'm in the hot tub, and I see
nice.
this little baby trying to come and get some nectar, and I'm a little too close. So I moved to the other side of the hot tub and did a dance for me, went back and forth. And then it was so cute because it had this little beak in the thing, and it would go get a little bit more, and then it would go like that, like, oh, I got to make sure that she's not going to come get me. It was really sweet. Hi, Katie Arbuckle. Yes, they are spiritual
They
messages.
are. Thank you.
Yes. What is it? Cardinals, and they're from spirit. My mother-in-law comes as a robin. I see her all the time. And my brother is. It was the middle of the winter, it was probably, well, my brother died in December, so it was like December 15th to 17th, somewhere in that line.
Uh-huh.
And I went out in the garage to get in my car, and there's a hummingbird in my garage.
Wow.
And I thought, gosh, what is it doing? I'm sure it was my brother. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I know it.
Yes.
So yes, I'll have to agree with you with that one. That's a nice one. So do you have a noise that you particularly don't like?
Well, I kind of go back to the anger when I think about that, but yeah. Noise I don't like. I just still have to go back to people yelling because that immediately just sets me off.
I get it.
You can just feel it coming through every pore in their body if they're angry and yelling and, putting people down, judging people. That's.
No, I can certainly understand that. I'm also not a big fan of like loud noises. And, certainly don't like people shooting guns off around my neighborhood or fireworks for the dogs, things like that. That bothers me. But argument, there's nothing worse than listening to people yelling at each other and getting in a fight
Well, thank you. I hate to keep bringing back up things that I already said, but that's really what it is. Yeah.
It is what it is, and that's perfectly fine. So here's the one that everybody laughs at. What is your favorite curse word?
Oh, well. I found an article once that I should have actually copied it, but talked about research showing that people who swear are more intelligent. And I'm like, yes, I always knew it.
I know I am feeling, it's for me, it's like blowing off steam and then I move on. But I also do it as a joke. I also say stuff as a joke, It was funny because when my daughter was, in high school, whenever she put stuff on I put stuff on the stairs for her to bring upstairs because she had a bedroom upstairs.
Right. Yeah.
And after a while, it became very cluttered. And I used to say, would you please pick up your shit when you walk by? And she said, why is my stuff always shit and yours is always stuff? I said,
that's what children are for.
That's what they're for. That's right.
Beautiful. Well, I have to say, yes, shit. Oh shit.
It's my favorite word too.
Oh shit. No shit.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Uh-huh. Have you ever seen the Osho video about the F word? Do you know who Osho is?
I believe I did, and I can't remember when. Well, but yeah.
It was made like in the 80s, but he had that following behind him, and it's the F word and how you can conjugate it in all different ways. Use it as as an active verb, or it's pretty funny. I could do that with the word shit, I think. So, all right. So, here's one you can think about. What gift other than what you do have already would you like to have?
There's a lot of gifts out there. A lot of gifts out there. I think I said this to her the other day. Teri Suzuki, who I adore, and as you know, she and Jean and I are the psychic triad. But she has such an amazing talent with her journeys, and they're so vivid, and they're so creative, and they're so just. I'm always blown away. Always blown away. I would love to have that type of a gift. I'm very grateful for the gifts I have, but I just think she's an amazing reader, and that her particular way of reading is really, really expands. It expands your mind of what spirit would want to say to you.
I agree. Yeah. I've been on a couple of her journeys, and each time I don't want to come back. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Cool. And it's nice to admire your sisters for the talents that they have. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They're amazing ladies. Amazing.
Okay. So what gift is most annoying to you that you might have? If you have.
Oh, it's interesting.
Mhm.
Interesting, the duality of this, but my favorite is clairaudience, but
Uh-huh.
the most annoying can be clairaudience. And
Understood.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will for a long time, and I finally figured out how to deal with it. I'd lay my head on my pillow at night to go to sleep, and I'd hear conversations like there was a party going on in the room next to me. I'm like, what is that? What is that? And amazingly
Wow.
enough, the more I've been getting into this really deep meditation, there's the other night I sat up straight in bed and said, Dave, somebody in the house, somebody's talking. It was that clear. You know, sometimes when you dream, you can tell
Yeah.
I'm dreaming and I'm hearing this, but I
Uh-huh.
was convinced there was someone in the house. And he's like, no,
Wow.
everything's okay, honey. And I calmed down and I went, oh my goodness. And then I said, okay, whoever you are, I'm going to sleep and
Right. And I'm
you
not
leave
interested
me
in sleep.
alone. Come back another time.
Isn't that funny? When I was it used to be if I would be in a group like a restaurant with my family, I
Yeah.
would actually end up with anxiety because what would happen is all of the voices around in this restaurant
Restaurant.
would all sound like a cacophony of
Yes.
and that I'm thinking that that's what you're hearing. It's like you're at a party and you hear snippets of this and snippets of that, but it's almost like you want to open up the door and go out in the backyard because it's
Yeah.
so annoying. Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's
Uh,
chaotic and yet some things come through really clear. And
Something's come through that you need to know. Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
So there you
Wow.
go.
That doesn't happen at the grocery store, does it? Where you start hearing, come over here. I want you to tell this person, da, 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 da. You know,
I
well,
It's interesting. I've had some real interesting experiences with people. Um, and what one of them is this. I'll be like standing in a store waiting for maybe whoever I'm shopping with to come and meet up with me and
uh-huh.
people just come up and start talking to me. It's really interesting. I mean,
Yeah, my mother had that. My mother had that, but she had it in a different way. She didn't like it because she was at the checkout line and she'd look at people and they'd say, hi, my mother just died of cancer or something like that. You know what I mean? It was
yes,
always something like that. And
yes,
my mother would say, oh, I'm really sorry to hear, you know.
yeah.
And she said, why do people tell me all this tragedy? And I think
It's
she was a magnet.
interesting. I think that, that we have some kind of a vibration. And don't get me wrong, I love a good chit chat. Hey, how's it
Oh, I
going?
know. Oh, no, I
But
know. Yeah.
I'm talking about what you're talking about. I
Yeah.
distinctly remember this one lady coming up to me and all of a sudden telling me, I've had this problem with my hip for years. And she kind of went through some of her family history. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, and
Yeah.
I listened
Yeah.
and talked to her. And then later she walked away and I was like, what was that all about? I just said a prayer for her. I just said, well,
Yeah.
maybe God brought this woman to you. So say a prayer for her. So I did.
This
Yeah.
is interesting, Lorraine, because she does astrology. She said it
Ah,
sounds like Pisces moon effect. So maybe at the time these people come up to you,
ah.
there's this. Yeah.
Well,
Thanks
thank
for
you,
sharing.
Lorraine.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. So we'll just
Yeah.
have to check. We'll have to check the moon to make sure before we go to the grocery store. Yeah. But we also don't want, like somebody that's going to argue with us either. We don't want
No,
that. No, we don't.
no, I've had that where people, I live in Idaho,
Yes.
come up and start saying things to me. And I'm just like, okay, that's great. Have a nice day. I got to
Have a
go.
nice day.
I'm out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so the final question in this series, I'll give you, and I know. And then put up your questions. We'll do some readings for you, okay, everybody?
Yes. Yes.
If heaven exists, and both of
Mhm.
us know it does, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Hmm. Welcome back, Terry, to the place of pure love.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Just,
We've missed
yeah,
you, but you've done
yeah,
well.
yeah. Well, I don't even have to do well because he just loves me anyway.
Absolutely true.
It's
That's
kind of a
absolutely.
prodigal son kind of thing. And a lot of people think, oh, that prodigal son, he got away with murder.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
He was truly loved.
He
He
was
was
truly
truly
loved.
loved. And that's the
Mhm.
way we're loved.
Yeah.
Like little children.
Like little children. So
Yeah.
yesterday when Val did it, it was great because it brought me back to high school because, or not, probably a little bit after high school, was Well Done Grasshopper. Remember Kung
Yes.
Fu?
Oh, yeah. Grasshopper. I love that show.
Grasshopper. Yeah.
Loved
Yeah.
that show.
Oh, great. All right. So we got 3 questions up. We'll jump
Okay.
right in. All
Let's
right.
do it.
Would I please have a message from my spirit
Ah,
guides for this month? So
for
take
this
your
month.
time, dear. Take your time.
Jess. Okay. Jess. Thank you. It's a pleasure to read for you, Jess. I'm just going to take a minute and get my head where it needs to be over there. Get away. This month. Jess wants to know about this month. I'm feeling first just this immense, and this is my color, that when they want to communicate pure, tender love, it's always this deep, rich pink. And
Ooh.
it's definitely coming in. Okay. All right. I'm just going to tell you what I'm hearing. There's something in the air for you. There's something in the air. Oh, there's something in the air. It's electric. It's magnetic. It's powerful. It's something that will surprise you at a moment you least expect it. Watch for it and know that the more you tune into this energy and tune into the messages we have for you, the more expansion you will have in your life this month and the months to follow. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just receive it. I'm feeling like they're talking about adventure. I'm guessing it's spiritual adventure. Well, I love those. They're saying it's an adventure. Enjoy it, but don't enjoy it, but don't try to put it in a box because it's yours. It's yours alone. Ooh, that just gave me chills. It's yours alone. It's between us and you, surrounding you with love and light. And we joyfully assist you. We joyfully assist you on this journey. Ooh, 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 ooh. I like that one.
Wow, that was beautiful. Very nice.
Oh,
All right. Just lovely. So I got here that assistance is available to you. And look at
perfect.
that. She's floating in the air.
Oh, something in the air. Oh,
Yes, which is what you said, because you said it's in the air for you.
mhm.
Listen for it's beautiful. The next thing I get is that it is going to make you more aligned. And look at the color. It's sort of
Wow,
that
deep
beautiful
pink.
color.
That's it.
Yep. And yep. And then just be grateful because it will reveal itself to you. You don't have to look for it. In other words, I mean, you can keep your eyes open for it, but you don't have to search for it. It's going to
Yeah.
reveal itself to you, and you're going to be able to understand when you see it what it is.
They said it'll take you by surprise.
Uh-huh.
So even if you look for it, it'll be a surprise when you least expect it, I feel. Ooh,
Uh-huh. Woo-hoo is right.
thank you.
That
Yes, that was a wow.
was wow. That
That
was
was
wow.
energetic surge there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so just so everybody knows, we can't take any more questions because we got about a half hour here. But I have VL, Nancy, Vasquez, Guardian, Jens, Free, Viviani, Craig, Deanne, Rossi, Karen. We're gonna try to do it. We'll try to get it done. Okay, thank you so much. But we can't take any more, please. All right. Do you see what kind of a career field that I might should apply for?
Apply for VL, VL, VL. Asking for VL. I'm getting a visual of a light bulb in a heart.
Mm.
A light bulb in a heart. Let me dive into that and see if I can. It's pretty clear. I'm feeling there's a passion that you have that you're shy about. There's a passion in your heart, something that you truly, truly love, but you're shy about it. You don't, you know, you haven't considered it yet as a field for work. I'm hearing creative. I'm hearing okay. It's all in your hands. They're saying to me, it's all in your hands. I believe you have something in your heart that lights your heart up, or an idea that's been in your heart for a while, and perhaps you're hedging it. I completely see a foundation under you to support you through this.
Mm-hmm.
And it is in your hands. They're saying it's in your hands. I'm going to see if they'll give me a clue. But well, this is interesting. I feel like it's creative, but it's helping people. It's creative, but it's something that's helping others, and that gives you great joy and pleasure.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I don't have more than that, but that's what I got.
Well, I get sort of the same thing, because what I'm getting is that the magic is inside you, that you
Oh,
are
there you go.
manifesting. Yeah. So it's you've got something that you can do. And I love that she brought up the idea of the heart in the very beginning, and the light bulb, she said, which is
Mhm.
that you need to do something that lights up your heart. And so,
A
because you
passion.
have the magic and something that would make you really happy.
Yeah.
I think you're thirsty for something that will be more exciting, because if you shake up a soda bottle and then open it, goes all over the place.
Energy. Yeah.
And yeah, it's energy that's been bottled up. So I think it's there. And maybe you've been shedding some tears because you don't feel like you understand what it is you're supposed to do. But if you keep thinking about, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? It might stop you from actually seeing or starting to move toward what it is you're supposed to do. In other words, be open to receive the messages. Had a situation, I had no job prospect, no money, and
Mhm.
nothing. And I went into a building and I saw a sign that said, we need people to apply here for this job. And so I saw the sign. It was
Yeah.
nothing I really wanted to do, but it got me to where I needed to go. So
Mhm.
look for
It's a
this. Look for
journey.
this. Yeah, it's a journey, Veal. Yep. Look for
Yeah.
the
Oh,
signs.
and
Look.
she says she wants to help people. There you
There you
go.
go. There you go.
You
And helping people it could be any type of field, because that's what we're here for. We're here to provide service for people and love people. When
mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
good luck, VL. I hope you find
Beautiful.
something that you're
I know
interested in.
you will, VL.
Yeah.
You will
Yeah.
find it.
You will. You will. Be
Yes.
open. All right. So Nancy wonders about the remainder of July. I can't believe it's already
I
almost middle of
know.
July. It's
That's
like,
of it.
what the hell's going on here?
Okay.
Next thing. All right.
Nancy. Nancy. What's questions? Nancy. Hmm. Sorry, I'm going to make
Take
sure.
your time, Teri.
Yeah. This is interesting because it seems to me, Nancy, some interesting things have been happening. Okay. um, Another message about light. I'm seeing a beautiful chandelier. I'm seeing refracting light coming through this chandelier. Beautiful. You know how like a glass chandelier that has a long
Mhm.
strips of glass, and as it
Yeah.
twists a little bit, you'll see purples and reds and yellows, colors of the
Mhm.
rainbow. I'm not familiar with you too much, Nancy. Do you work with spirit? Because this is what I'm getting. I'm getting a very high level of spiritual energy coming through because I'm seeing this beautiful chandelier. It's beaming this light, and yet the refractions are coming through. I'm getting a sense that something spiritual that you are doing or you're involved in. Come on, help me out here. Come on, guys, give me a clue. Okay, so now they're showing me an ocean beach and the waves are coming in and going out. And it's like they're saying, Nancy, it's give and take. It's give and take, Nancy. It's give and take. You are going to get what you give. Oh, okay. All right. This just tied into something I got the other day. It's be the cause. Um, if you want to be, if you want to have money in your life, um, help and ease somebody else who needs some financial help or give them guidance. If you want to have plenty of good friends in your life, be good friend to people. If you want to have good health, help someone else. Maybe have a walking club or something like that. The message is whatever you want, that's the ocean. Whatever you want, give it out and it comes back to you. That's how you get it. Whew. Okay. They tied that all together. I got a little nervous there.
That's cool. I love the idea of the refracting light
Ah,
from the chandeliers,
that's so
because when the
pretty.
sun comes in, they all have a little dance, and
Yeah.
so to me, that also represented the fact that the shine a light on one, and it shines a light on the rest.
Beautiful, Allie. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
bravo.
It's really nice to be able to sit and listen to what you guys see, and maybe throw in a little bit of what I saw from what you saw. Okay.
That was
So
perfect.
yes, reach for it, reach for the light. I know that you've been working hard to get your guides.
Hmm.
All you really need to do is keep asking them to come in and send you whatever symbolism or whatever message that they want. And it could be a message on a sign, it could be a bird, it could be whatever it is,
Yeah.
but it's there for you. Know that it's there for you, and it will liberate you in order to. And look at all the hearts. Oh my Lord.
Beautiful.
Beautiful
Wow.
hearts. Yeah, it's going to
Love that
liberate
color.
you, make you
Yeah.
feel better. And it's saying these come in times of solitude. So if you can
True.
cut the noise away,
Hmm.
and I'm not telling you have to meditate. I mean, I think we get told too many times that we have to meditate and we get kind of turned off. Of course, if you can do it, that's fabulous. But if you can't, take a walk, like Teri said, get a working group going or go on your own. And
Hmm.
that's a walking meditation, if you
Walking
think about it.
meditation. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
You can do it any time of day. Oh, I learned this trick. I'll tell you everybody real quick.
Uh-huh.
In David Pond's book, he talks about ocean breathing. Right now, I have clairaudience. I'm tuned into sound, man. Sound is my thing. Right. So
Uh,
it's make a circle out of your mouth.
ooh,
Sounds like the ocean.
it
Sounds like
does.
the ocean. And you can do this any place, anytime. You're in line at the grocery store and it's irritating and it's busy and it's chaotic. Just do 2 or 3
Mm,
of those. That's a
mhm.
form of meditation.
Sure.
It's just clearing your chakras, letting everything go, just like the ocean.
And it's better than
Love
getting tensed up and mad about something if you can get away with doing it the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you could be like fuming, but instead you're
just that
breathing through it.
peaceful ocean. Yeah. It's like my
There you
guides have been saying to me lately, forget about it.
go. Hey,
Forget
forget
about
it.
it.
And forget about it. That's right.
Just have an interesting
I
guide
love
in there throwing that in.
Oh, I love your guide. That's awesome.
They're
It's
sassy.
Billy Crystal style, right? Isn't that what he's the one that used to do that? Yes. All right. So Guardian is saying that she's
Dizzy and
been
lightheaded?
dizzy and lightheaded, and others in the chat have said the same. I'm just going to say anything on that at all. Can your guides tell us anything about
Interestingly enough, you and I were talking about this just before the show, how
that?
high the energy is vibrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get my mind out of the way because it has lots of things to say, but
Sure.
I'm going to go. Right.
Of course.
I'm going to the guides. Let's see what they have to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're giving me something weird. Okay. What was that movie a long time ago? There can be only one. What was it called? It's one of my favorite movies. Sean Connery was in it. And there was part of this movie where he talked about the quickening. There was the quickening. They're saying the quickening, the quickening. This is the quickening.
Yep. Wow.
So much knowledge and information is available to you, all around you, from everything. But if you're tuned in, the cosmic consciousness, the cosmic energies are here. You're vibrating because you're resonating.
Wow.
The energy is high because you're resonating. Okay. All right. They're saying we came here. You came here for this purpose.
Mm-hmm.
A light worker, an empath, a soul that's seeking, a heart that's driven.
Wow.
The messages that we give to you are the quickening. It's the quickening. It's okay. Give me a concept. I'm trying to put it into words. It's not like we're in a bubble, but I see that those of us who are sensitive to this are being protected. And part of what we're feeling is the energy that's surrounding us for protection. That's what I felt. Not like a bubble, but just like a beautiful, like a beautiful umbrella.
Wow. Protection.
The feeling they gave to me is that, and I don't want to say like we're under assault or anything, but we're barraged with all of this stuff. And the energy that we're feeling is because we're seeking and we came here for this purpose and we're being protected so that we can receive the messages coming from them and clearly give them to others and assist others as well. Highlander, thank you. I thought of that actually about 3/4 of the way through and then I threw it away.
I have to watch
Highlander.
that. That's that cool. Yeah, I have not seen that. Wow.
The quickening. Oh, man. But
so I got here action, and that makes sense with what Teri said. There's a lot of action going around, and some of it is material and some of it is spiritual. It's like we're being churned up together. It says we have to operate with fearlessness, though. If you're feeling dizzy, don't let fear walk in. I mean, obviously, if you have issues with your health, you have to be careful. I don't want to not say that. But if it's just once in a while and this is what's happening, then that might be. But it says to release any fear of what might be coming on its way. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Well, that was a great question. And like Allie, I don't want it to be to set aside anything that could be physical.
Right.
But I do Well, okay, now my mind is going to step in because we have been having so many solar storms lately,
We have.
X-class solar flares. I mean, I've watched this stuff for years, and I'm telling you, it is intense right now. And
Yeah,
and I think that's also part of something that they're protecting us
I
from.
agree.
So
Mhm.
if you're feeling, I know you're going to say meditation, but just get to a quiet place and soothe
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
Get to a quiet place and know that everything's going to be all right.
yeah.
Even if you don't have a particular fear in mind, just release it
Just
because
release it.
you are loved beyond measure and totally protected. So
Thank you.
we'll just leave it
Thank
at
you.
that.
Folks, I'm gonna just bring this next one in. The questions are closed, but I'm concerned about Seascape, who just found out her brother died in
Sorry.
February from the coroner's office. His name was Michael Dennis. He died on the 8th of February. He was a lost soul.
Oh,
I
honey.
am, first of all, my condolences to you. And if you didn't even know all this time, that is so very sad. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Shock. What a shock.
Yes, it is a shock. Yeah.
Okay. Um, Michael. Michael Dennis. Michael Dennis, right here. First thing I heard was quite loudly, I am not lost. Just- he said, I'm not lost. I found my way home.
Oh,
Ah, man, I'm wanting to seek some validation. I am getting messages through. I want to make sure. Give me a little visual. Come on. Ah, I'm feeling from this soul. This is a very loving soul. In fact, I'm feeling that this soul um, perhaps was very empathic, but could not handle the energy of that.
mm,
That okay, he's saying to me, I wanted to be normal. I wanted to be like everyone else, but it wasn't in me.
mm.
He's saying my heart kept breaking. My heart kept breaking over and over again. Oh, sorry. Okay. So, but he wants you to know that he is very grateful to have been a part of your family, a part of your life. He's got a great deal of love in his heart for you, a great deal. And he's sorry. He says, I'm sorry. And I think he's saying that because of the late message. Um,
Wow.
he's speaking about growth. He's speaking about soul plans that you made before you came to the planet. And he's speaking about your growth, your advances. He's very proud of you that you've made big advances in your life. And he's saying something recently happened that just propelled you into an expansion of your soul. I'm kind of getting a visual, but it's shadowy, and I feel like he wasn't a big person, average size. Give me something. A smile. Oh. Okay. Beautiful smile. Um, yeah, beautiful smile. Um,
Hmm.
I think dark hair. I'm trying to get some validating things here. Oh, okay. Oh, he's still talking. He said, I could be very dark, but I could also be very funny. And he's showing me like yin and yang, the yin and yang sign.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And it's spinning. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting the feeling like he had just a lot of energies and things going on in his life that, the yin and yang of things that
Yep.
maybe, and oh, okay. I get this feeling like he was really smart, that he had a brilliant mind, and it was something that he wanted to control and use, but felt out of place. He said he felt out of place.
Okay.
I hope that helps.
Well, she says he predicted her nephew's death from drowning eons ago. So maybe he didn't like the gift, because it ended
That
up being.
makes a lot of sense because it can be frightening.
It can be.
Yeah.
And you don't want to, you wonder, did I do that? Or that whole thing,
Sure.
that guilt. I'm seeing that he's looking at things from a much higher perspective, and
Yeah.
he really likes it there. I mean, he's very happy. And I know you already know that because you are very in tune, Seascape. But he says, I'm up here now and I can see, oh my God, it's really not as bad as we think it is. He says, but he wants you to listen to your dreams. He says, listen to your dreams, Seascape, because he can come and talk to you. Now that he says, it will be much easier for you to understand it. Oh, he dreamed it. Okay.
All right.
Wow. So there's another validation. He listened to his dream. Oh, gosh. Yes, I know. Yeah. If you had only been able to do that. But alas, but my deep condolences, my dear.
Absolutely. But please know that he is available to you. You can talk to him and continue the conversation.
Perfect. All right. So James Free has some question about meditation. I've got 4. Let's see. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Can you stay for a little while? Can you stay?
Sure.
Okay, because we're almost at the top of the hour. So I'm going to leave this up. I have to step out for a minute. I will be right back. So
Sure.
Thank you, Teri.
Thank you, Jans Free, because I'm really into meditation lately. As I said, I read Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, Becoming Supernatural. I highly recommend it. And I'm giving this to you out of my mind. I want you to know that. And then I'll tune into the guides and see if they have anything to add to it. But the thing that I think foils our plans for meditation are the fact that someone tells you it's something you got to do. We're all like that. But, then again, we brush our teeth every day, right? Because we know that's the right thing to do. Meditation is a cleansing renewal. And there are so many great ways that we have all this information coming about meditation right now. My favorite person to meditate with is David G. Davidji, all one word, on YouTube, free, most amazing meditations. It's beautiful. He has a really awesome voice. I don't know about you, but I can't follow a guided meditation if the voice is off. I'm just like, it's not working for me. And I have to go find another one. He is always spot on for me. And I learned so much from his meditations. Whew. I had one just before the show and it was lovely. And the other thing that keeps us from doing it is we're always worried about being interrupted and stuff. And it's not like magic spell that can be broken. This is your soul communing with the universal consciousness. Whew, it gives me chills. Now, connecting to the guides is very similar to that. It's opening up your ability to feel and draw them in. But I am going to stop giving that to you from my mind, and I'm going to give you what they're going to give me for you. Okay. All right. We're going to Jans Free guides. Jans Free. How can she connect with you better? How can she connect with you better? Don't be so serious. They're saying, don't be so serious. Play with us. Play with us. What a joyful, joyful journey this is. And we are so happy to be with you. Play with us. Notice when you get a funny idea. Notice when you see something that jumps out at you, speaks to you. Notice that we are speaking and communing with you, and we have been. There's no magical formula. Your soul is unique. Your soul is precious to us, and we have contracted to be with you. So it's easy. It's easy. If you feel that it's easy, you know that it's easy, it will be easy. Okay. Oh, that was a good feeling that I got from them. There you have it. I mean, there's so much available to us, all kinds of, and as Allie mentioned, you can do a walking meditation. You can do, I used to love bike riding, and I just get into this groove, and you've got the, the sound of everything. Wow, 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 wow. And then you just go, okay, and get a thought going and stay with that and commune with the universe.
I've done that also with adult coloring books. Believe it or not, I'll sit and color.
There you go.
It'd be like you're in a Zen zone, is where you are. Or if somebody's a knitter, or they do embroidery or something, and it's just you don't really have to focus on it if you can do the work without having to focus on what it. Because I've seen people go into movie theaters with knitting needles, and know that they could take care of it. Yeah,
that's cool. Thank you. All right. I hope that helps and dig into some of the helpful things that you can find out there. I highly recommend David G.
There you
Namaste,
go.
David G.
All right. So Craig is, you know what, Craig? I've got terrible circulation in my feet, so I understand completely. But maybe the guides will have something to say about it. So
okay, let me give that a shot, Craig. Hi, nice to be with you again. Craig, I don't know how you are with grounding. I'm seeing grounding. I'm seeing, and I do this a lot, so I'm seeing my own feet, but I'm seeing my feet in the grass. Okay, so what they're showing me is grounding with your feet in the grass. And okay, so this is giving back to the earth. If you've got something that you want healed, you connect yourself to the earth, and then you give the part that is in need of healing down to Gaia, and you leave it there, and you draw back up from Gaia the strength and energy that you need for this healing. They're saying to me that don't be afraid. And I'm seeing barefoot, so I'm thinking they're telling me to go barefoot. Go barefoot a lot, as a matter of fact, but definitely outside in the grass. Wiggle your toes. I like to do that a lot. Drop that energy from the planet and claim your healing. This healing is mine.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I have an issue and I have to keep leaving, but I will always be back.
No worries.
I love this
hanging out.
I love this question. Why do brighter light workers sometimes block themselves off from others? I think that's a great question.
That is a great question.
Yeah.
I'm going to set my mind aside for a minute and just get what the guides have to say about this. They're saying fear. They're saying it's like what they're saying to me is that we've been conditioned for so long. That even enlightened ones can feel the hesitation of revelation, of really revealing things to others. Okay, what they're kind of telling me is, it is fear, and it is unhealthy for them to block themselves off. We throw that word around a lot, light workers. We throw that around a lot. And I think that what they're conveying to me is, and I know because I've had it, you get a negative reaction from somebody like, you're doing what? And you just
shut it
step
down.
back. Yep. You step back. And my guides just took me through a big thing on how much I judge myself. And I thought, wow, I didn't realize it was that bad. Hey, guess what? It was kind of bad. And once I started working on it with them, I'm starting to feel more freer, more relaxed, more open in my readings, even so that I don't carry that load. And
Right.
so if they do, that's their choice, but it's all part of the journey.
It is.
That's what I would say, is that it's all part of the journey.
Oops. How about imposter syndrome? That could be part of it. But yeah. Block in what way? I think what what she meant was really shut down, perhaps. And I know that if I'm in a situation where I'm uncomfortable, or I'm going through something myself and I'm uncomfortable, it isn't that I'm blocking myself off intentionally, but sometimes you need your space. And
That's
so
true.
you just say to yourself, I am a light worker. I want to share my light, but I'm going through tough times right now. And I don't know that light is what's going to be coming. And so that's my 2 cents. But I think it's a great question. I
it
really
is a
do.
good question.
Yeah.
And it's all part of that journey for each and every one of us. It's all individual. So
yeah. Maybe not so much blocking as unattached, which is good. And yes, Lorraine, maybe it is protection. It's our own protection in a situation that's not the best for us. Or I know that if I'm having a really bad day, like I got in an argument with my husband, or somebody says something nasty, you could see it all over my face, unfortunately, because I'm very, and it hurts, and I can always tell. I can always tell. So, all right. So we got 3 more to go. We've got Viviani.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to take a drink of water, Viviani, and get into this.
Sip, sip.
Hydrate. All right. Message from Viviani's guides. Okay. They're showing me a book. And it's interesting. The scene I'm seeing right now is a woman in a darker room, I think I've seen illustrations like this kind of, and there's a book open in front of her, and there's a light coming from that book, and it's lighting up her face and her silhouette. It's beautiful. Let me see what they. They're telling me you're at a powerful, powerful point in your life, Viviani, that okay, you're absorbing light energy, and they're saying now is the time to release that to those around you. Sort of like what we just talked about in the last question. They're saying step out, share. I don't know if you sing. I'm hearing music. Okay, there's a song in your heart. There's a song in your heart that is waiting to be heard by others around you. Lift them up. You have the ability to lift them up with your soul energy, that light that perhaps you've absorbed from maybe learning and seeking and growing as a soul. It's time to really focus on lifting others up. And that can be anybody on the planet that you lift up. You can just have a positive vibration or thought for them, and actually physically send that energy to them. You can lift their energy up. That's the message. Oh, she sings in the car. I love it.
That's great, huh? That's great.
Beautiful.
Teri says maybe it's angels speak. I love that. I just
Angels
love that.
speak.
Angels speak. Yeah.
That's cool.
Before I tell you what I got, Viviani, it was absolutely right. Does mediumship make you thirsty? And I said, yes, it does, because
Yes,
water,
it does.
it waters the conduit as well, isn't it? In order for things to flow. So yes, that's a great question, though. And even us readers of oracle cards get thirsty all the time too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep, you're right, Guardian. True living waters.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
I
beautiful,
know.
Guardian. Yeah.
Liz Reeves, she does lift us up here. Viviani does. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. So, Viviani,
Yeah.
I get clear your energy. I mean, I know that you do these things, but it's always important to remember to clear your energy, because you are going through this humongous transformation, just as Teri said. And you're walking into light. You're transforming, perhaps from even a light worker to something much more powerful, because look what's ahead of you. It's beautiful.
Wow. I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
I love all the precipitation of everyone today. Thank you so much. It's beautiful.
It really makes a difference, I think. That's why I love my chat so much, because really a lot of them have all these gifts, and what they have to say always adds to the conversation. So
yes.
Two more. We got Rossi's Den wondering about a message from her guides.
It's okay.
Hi, Wildflower. It's good to see you.
Rossi's guides. Getting that pink again. Deep, 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 tender love. Love that understands. Love, like we were talking about earlier, love like you love a small child. Okay, so I'm hearing baby steps. I don't know why they're showing me this. I see a baby learning to walk. toddler learning to take its first steps. And I'm hearing baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Sometimes it's the smallest things that raise your vibration. Appreciation of a flower. And understanding and appreciation of the love that you have for others and the love that you have to give to help others feel good about themselves. That's what they're saying. Feel good about themselves. These baby steps grow into giant leaps and bounds. And I'm hearing laughter, like happiness laughter. Be lighthearted. Enjoy the visions that you have. Enjoy your idea of what your life and other people's lives can be like in the future. Dwell on that. These are baby steps to bigger manifestations that are coming for you. Just because.
Just because.
Just because. Okay. Just because.
Just because.
Wow. Baby steps. I like that.
I know it. So I've got you sitting at the sacred well, and this picture, the woman has a hand here and a hand down lower in their stomach area, and it says replenishment, self-care, and giving from a place of plenty. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So you can see that this person is immersed in this well, and you are immersed in the water of the well. And so it's recommending you take care, have self-care. And but remember that once you do that, then you have the ability to move from a place of self-care plenty to help give other people what they need. Yes. Also forgive yourself and forgive others for anything that you may have done even if it was just some stupid thing in the past. Forgive yourself for it. It's very important. And they said, give yourself permission. Give yourself permission.
Oh, I love that.
I know, isn't it beautiful? and it's interesting because the heart is green and the gut is yellow.
Yellow, yeah.
In the chakras, and that's exactly where this woman is holding her hands.
Wow.
In the well.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, it's interesting. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, Rossi. All right. Final question for today. We have 44 people here. 44. What a great number. All right. Yay.
All right.
So Karen Johnson would love a message today.
Yes, too. This is talking to the guides today. I like it. Yeah. Karen Johnson. It's a real pleasure and honor to read for you, Karen. Yeah. I want everybody that I read for to know that, because it is truly my great joy.
We appreciate your
doing
it for us. Yes.
I'm feeling, Karen, that you've come through some things. You've come through some things, some difficulties, perhaps. I'm trying to see how far back we're going here. See if they'll show me. Fairly recent. I believe that this is something that you had another person maybe hurt you, someone that you trusted maybe let you down. Maybe you feel like you were betrayed. They're saying your heart is genuine and true. And so we understand when you feel this pain. Just know that we're here to help you heal that. We're here for you, and we will work through this as we do everything with you. You are so loved. You are so surrounded with spiritual energy that is designed to help you through each phase. Some things that come our way, we enable you to climb that mountain. Climb that mountain freely and know that you are going in the right direction. You have our full support. This may be something that you might have to search for that happened, because I'm feeling like it's back. It's back. But I feel that it really hurt you. And they're saying, fill your heart with joy and energy. Feel our love coming towards you. Know that you are surrounded. You're uplifted. You're cared for. You're appreciated. So many other things are going quite well. So let's continue. Let's go forward.
Wow.
Okay.
Wildflower Wind's right. She's saying that it's a hard place for sensitive people to fit in. I truly understand. And
Yes.
the only thing that I can do is put the pink bubble of protection around me, ask my guides to, and my angels to take care of me. But we do have to deal with that energy at times, and it is tough to get through.
Yes.
I get here for you, Karen, water codes, ancient wisdom. You have memories, past life memories. The intelligence is within you.
Okay.
And so look at that. Look at the look at the crown and the heart center. So interesting that we just talked about drinking water. You know, and water sustains us. We are what, 99% water, as someone said, and yeah, and so remembering that, it's like almost being in the womb, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
It should bring you some vitality, because I think, if I'm not wrong, Karen, I think you're trying to open a YouTube channel. I'm not sure, but if you are, you've got the vitality to be able to do it. So don't doubt that. It's very important.
Things are going well, they said. So that's good.
Yes. And recognize your true worth. You are beautiful. Oh. You are abundant. And look at that. And look at the heart. Oh, yeah. You're well connected to your heart center.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Wow. What a powerful session we've had here today.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Teri, so much for coming, for indulging me in all my questions, and having some fun at playing.
That was fun.
I call it playing.
We need to play. We need
to play. And thank you for your wise counsel and your readings for everybody. Thanks, everybody in the chat. We really love you. Thank you to
love you. Thank you, Sarah.
Yep. Thank you for moderators on both channels. And make sure if you have not tuned into Teri's channel and signed up for her, she has some beautiful things coming out. So Pure Visionary is the name of her channel, and the information's down below. So
awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, Teri. All right. Bye-bye.
My great pleasure. Bye.